Power 94 WJTT's the homie Big Tula.
And it's your girl Zainab K.
All right, and today we got the homie on the phone with us. Well, actually on the Zoom with us. Ralo, how you doing, man?
Hey man, you know what's going on out here? Enjoying this heat. You see how beautiful it is out here?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in my hood, this my whole block out here with all my people. We
Little
just got down
Pakistan.
praying. Yeah, little Pakistan. I
How
All
feel
are
right.
you
good. How about
feeling
you?
today?
Oh, we all good.
I said, how are you feeling today?
I feel amazing. I woke up blessed, too blessed. Woke up
Amen.
amazing. I'm just pumped up. I feel like I just worked out and beat a nigga ass. That's how I feel.
Man, they told us you were praying before this started. With Islam, I love the structure and discipline that comes with it.
Right.
Since converting, what changes have you noticed within yourself?
Just becoming Muslim don't necessarily come with change. You got to apply the actual knowledge to your character to actually get the change out of it. So like it took me years and years and years and years to get just this far, and I feel like I still got a whole lot to work on within my character. But it has like after learning, about what we follow. I mean, it has changed me tremendously.
What was it about the religion that made you choose,
I
need it,
think
or
I
want it?
liked it. I liked it, they brotherhood at first. Like I was just a massive fan of how they loved and cared for one another, and I like the way they prayed. I like the way they go down and come back up. I like the way they handshake. I like the way they women keep themselves covered up, and they stay modest. Supposed to stay modest. They, you know, even if they got a polygamous situation going on, they don't argue. They ain't on that. You cheating everybody, kind of keeping it 100 with each other. I just like the realness, the unity, the purification. I just always been a massive fan of that first.
Now, growing up in Atlanta, 404 Day was just this past week. Did you do anything special? Was you out for the parade?
Oh yeah, it was my girl birthday. My girl birthday was actually on 404 day, so I bought her first Rolex.
Oh,
I took her out. I had her a big old party out in Marietta. It was out there in Marietta. I had a big old party out there. It was her first party that I ever thrown at a club. So she was just happy to bring all her sisters out, look the females and stuff. So like,
yeah.
womenship is a massive thing that women need. They gotta socialize with women.
Hmm.
At the same time, hold a man on the highest pedestal, of course, but I don't think it's ever right to deprive a woman for socialism with a friends and stuff. So she enjoyed that and being with her man at the same time. So like I can't really complain at all.
So on the regular, are you usually one of those people who be like wanting her by your side all the time? Or you just like, oh, go have your space. I'll see you later at the house.
I'm both. I want to be with my girl every single day. You smell me? But I ain't on no you gotta be here type stuff. Like go enjoy yourself, whatever. You go Walmart, you go shopping, you go get your hair did, your nails did, your feet did. I don't want to attend that. You smell me?
So let's talk a little bit about the music. Starting back when you first got started, what was it that drew you to music that made you feel like this is what you want to do, what you want to pursue?
I think just expressing myself and I went to Narcotic Anonymous and all kind of drug rehabilitation classes when I was in prison. And I learned the importance of just being able to talk about your problems with people. You smell me? So
Mm.
I think that venting throughout that microphone and putting it in a manner that's like help you get it out and also help you throughout the spiritual realm of the motivation of just just laying it out and being able to rehearse it over and over and just listening to it. That what made me like it helps heal my soul to be heard, not only be heard, but I'm my biggest fan, of course. So even me just alone hearing myself going through whatever I was going through, I think that just heals my soul. So it was never about running a Grammy or nothing like that. So that's just what I'm meant with music.
All right, so you found it very therapeutic, and you it,
Very
it was that
therapeutic.
okay.
Well, that's good because mental health is like really, becoming more prominent. Like people acknowledging that mental health is important has become a thing nowadays. So, would you say before, whether or not you knew you were dealing with that, did you have that outlet?
No, I mean, music gave me that voice. Music gave me that therapy. Like I wasn't able to, a lot of us kept we even in our relationships, we don't know how to communicate with one another. So like, I think communication is a massive thing because a lot of times we be scared to communicate with people due to the fact people use your weaknesses against you. So
Mhm.
I think with music, you just get the best of both worlds because you're gonna always discover somebody that's going through what you're going through. You smell me?
So, speaking of music, you dropped your album and a book, both titled Chosen in
Right.
February.
Yes, ma'am.
And how did that transition? So that happened less than 2 years after you were released from prison. So what was that transition like?
Oh, I ain't even been out of year. I'd be out of year June 27th to make my year mark. I think that it's important for people of my status or my level to give the people how did we get here. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times they just see a chain, they see a watch, they see something in your mouth, and they think that that shit happened overnight. And it's important for people to know that it was a journey. Even within
Mm-hmm.
relationships, before marriage, people need to know that, it was always problems and, overcoming those problems is where we succeed at. You feel me? So like I think that, with the book itself, of course my music always supersedes, any new product that I have on market. So I utilize my music to help market the book. And now I'm finna utilize the book to help market the actual series because we're gonna go ahead and shoot a series to it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Have you what platforms have you thought about yet or have you gotten that far?
I'm still trying to see is it smart for me to just go ahead and pay for everything out my pocket, do it independently, or
Mm-hmm.
shall I go the other route and allow somebody else to invest in it, but you really don't make no money off it. So I'm still trying to strategize which one is best for me to do.
You're gonna be like 50 Cent over there producing power and whatnot, but Ralo edition.
Yeah, I mean, 50 Cent gonna always be 50 Cent,
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have Ralo edition with your
like,
story, your
right.
chosen story, and all that.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Alright.
And on top of the book and the new music, you also have a clothing line I saw on your website.
Yes, sir. That's
All right,
correct.
tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, it started out when I was in jail. It was a dude named Trouble, Long Live Trouble, artist out of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I had a video shoot with him, YFN, Lucci, and my brother the Red Deshaun. They all did a free Ralo video shoot, and I provided the actual T-shirts because I wanted, I wasn't there, so I wanted to make my presence known while I was incarcerated. And at the time, I had got a lot of shirts, and when people were coming up and get the shirts from my person that was passing it out, it was like, how much? And my man was like, how much you want me to tell? I said, just tell them $20, $25. So I ain't spend them but like $600, and I end up making like $3,800. So I was like, damn. In jail, that's a nice little bankroll for the day. You smell me? So I
Mm-hmm.
said, shit, let me spend that $3,800 on some shit called Alibaba. It's this website. So I went on Alibaba when they got me a whole bunch of free Ralo shorts, free Ralo socks, free Ralo ski masks and stuff like that. And I ended up making like 70 some $1,000 off of it. And
Oh yeah.
I was like, because you can buy a t-shirt from Alibaba for $1.15, $1.30. So when I did that, I ended up turning me a nice little pretty penny, and I was like, shit. Every time I it's just been working out for me. I probably made over $200,000-300,000 just off it.
That's good. Clearly, prison cannot keep you down. The hustle don't stop with you if you're able to still do that and make that over there. Now, did they
Right.
tax that while you were in
Of course
there?
they tax it. They
Oh,
don't tax it every time. PayPal gonna tell on yourself. You gotta worry about that. The IRS got a way to get that money out your ass.
that is dope. Did you think that when most people have the following, or you already had your fans, you already built your following? Did you think when you went away that was going to, go away as well?
Prison always rebirth people. I wasn't thinking about losing a fan base because it was never about. I had not really made a lot of money off rapping itself in my
Mm-hmm,
life.
mm-hmm.
Like I mostly made money off selling drugs in my communities and stuff like that. So like I think I was more so concerned of what I had lost when they took away my cars, my houses, and my jewelry and everything. I was because I worked hard for that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
know I ain't put in manual labor, but within these streets, I put in a whole lot of hard work. So I was never concerned about losing a fucking fan base and then like that because I never made no money or made no living off a fan base until now.
Right.
So is that what you did? You took the street mentality and the lessons you learned doing that and put it into your craft with trying to do the book and the music and now the clothing line. So you're using that same type of strategies. Does it you see
I
that how
mean,
you
all that clothing line shit, all that shit really, honestly, bro, that shit was just escrow. Like, it was never, with dealing with retail, I just never, dealing with consumers in retail, that shit can be up or down. Like, if you got a product, nobody might not never buy your product, no matter how good it is. You smell me? So I ain't never apply debt to the streets. When I was incarcerated, I was real like paranoid about people stealing money from me because I've been
Mhm.
incarcerated in the past all my life, and every time I went to jail, a lot of people stole a lot of money from me. So what I did was I thought that buying all this land and buying all this property was a way that nobody could steal money from me. You get what I'm saying? Because I knew they couldn't do shit with that. So what I did, I just bought a lot of property, and when COVID hit, I might have spent like 3, 4 million. But when COVID hit, it seemed like everything just doubled. So everything in Atlanta that was 4 million, now I got $8 million worth of property. And when
Mhm.
I learned how to pull equity. I learned how to build. I learned how to do that. So I utilized my trap mentality towards real estate. You smell me?
yeah.
Because it's guaranteed. Like, you're gonna be able to go to the bank and pull the equity out of it. You're gonna be able to go to a lender and pull money out of it. Like, I don't really like gambling with shit that I don't think gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? All these clothes and shit. A lot of my dudes, they ain't got clothes and shit. So I break even because I give a lot of clothes and shoes and shit away. You smell me? Cause I want them to look clean whenever we out, because they ain't gonna blame them. They gonna say Ralo ain't keeping them niggas over there clean. They like Ralo starving the team. So I make sure that they able to, look presentable.
I get that. That's important though, because that's how people, end up resenting people, and then you have problems within the family and whatnot. And that's not good for nobody. Now we know that you were so before rapping, like you said, you didn't make much money off of rapping because you was Rollo before all of that, and you're literally one of the few rappers who are rapping about what they went through. How does it make you feel when you see other rappers or hear other rappers rap about stuff that they ain't even deal with?
I mean, for a long time within the streets, I hated that shit. You smell me? I hated that shit. But going to prison and seeing so much lame stuff go on, you just learn how to get over shit, no matter how lame it is. I just learned how to not dwell on, stuff like that. Like, of course, it ain't right. I know it ain't right. But shit, ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Like,
Man.
it's just a fight that we can't win. So it's just best to keep it pushing.
I guess yeah, a lot of what you just talked about is like a lot of advice would be good advice to somebody. So if you're thinking about the younger you or somebody that's in the same position you were before you got to be where you're at now, what's some advice you'd give them to help them make it to where you are and to be able to think of, like you just said, like you took this mentality, you took it over real estate. You talked about how that doubled and you talked about how you keep your team clean. So what's some things that you would give advice to somebody listening that wants to be where you're at?
Man, no matter what, we got earth and we got the land, and we as black people, bro, we ain't got enough of it. They ain't give us our acres, or they ain't give us our mule. That ain't gonna possibly happen. They badly get the Native Americans they little reservation for they can sit on. But however, I just beg that everybody pay attention and buy some of this property. No matter what you doing in life, if you working at McDonald's, you working at Burger King, get you some property, man. Cause we ain't able to leave it to our kids. A lot of us just ain't doing it. So that's my best advice, bro. Cause I wish my dad would have left me a place to stay. You smell me? I
Yeah.
wish my mama, you know what I'm saying? I take care of my mama or whatnot. But we
Mhm.
gotta break that cycle. Smell me? So like, have peace, bro. Don't worry about what nobody else got. Just worry about yourself. Like I understand that, a lot of people strategically say, man, you got all this money, you got all these millions, so you can't say that, nigga. I'm telling you, I would have been happy if I had a trailer. You smell me? I would have been happy. If I ain't gotta have 10 business, give me one and a side chick. I'm good with that. You smell me? I'm all right. And niggas just don't know how to be settled. You smell me? Niggas don't know how to do that. And you gotta find that peace within yourself. Your peace is what matter the most in being truthful to people. Like a woman, bro, a woman to do anything you ask them. You smell me? So like if you be a man and you be able to be honest with the woman, then we can stop lying. You smell me? So that's just me. That's the advice I would give. Because without a strong woman by your side, it's almost impossible to succeed in this shit. In anything.
I love that you said that because a lot of people don't realize that until later in life or until they screw over so many times and it's like, damn, if I would have did this right or if I would have had this at that time. So let's get
Well,
back
some niggas, I
into
think, I think some niggas just don't want to get no woman no credit.
ah
Real.
yeah, I get it. I get that. I don't know why. Like we could all coexist together.
Oh hell no, they ain't. They feel like they get a bit some credit. They less of a man.
See, and that's where they screw up at, and that's why they end up alone, all angry, all hurt, with all these issues.
I won't go for it. I think
Yeah.
mine,
We love
mine
that,
and
and
my side shit matter.
we love that, and you talk about her throughout the album, like in the album Chosen. I listened. You talk about love, betrayal, family. What about all of that, including personal experiences, made you feel chosen?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't like to hold myself on a high pedestal than others. You smell me? Like I'm just that dude that realizes you can't do it by yourself. You smell me?
Hmm.
Like it's impossible to do it by yourself. So I don't necessarily just say Ralo the chosen. I think that all of us chosen, and what I be trying to do is just pull out the chosen part of every person. This person might know how to wash the car better than myself. This person might know how to do the laundry. This person might know how to cut the grass. This person might know how to do the interviews better than myself. And I just would like to just bring everybody together and use each other's strengths and not focus on everybody's weaknesses. You smell me? And that's what I feel like we missing in us people as people. You smell me? So like that's just what I'm on. So I wouldn't even say that me being just the chosen one, I fully represent everybody as a whole being chosen to do certain things together. That's just me.
Now, what song do you have on repeat right now, whether it's your song or anybody else's song?
Talking to myself. Rallo talking to myself.
Ah,
That's my favorite record.
I
That's my
also
favorite record.
like Rollo.
Oh
I
yeah, I
was
was a little
listening to
cocky
that
on
this
that.
morning.
Hmm.
I was a little cocky on that one.
It
So
was
so
good though.
what makes you like talking to myself? Why is that one the one you like the most?
It's feel like I'm in NAAA. I'm talking to myself. I'm venting. I'm able to get that rehabilitation out of me. You smell me? It's healing my soul. I'm just laying it out. You smell me? It just give me it's just one of them songs that get me up, get my adrenaline rush, and it get me like yeah, no matter what, it just motivates me. You smell me? It motivates me a lot.
I saw somewhere where you said rapping was the worst investment that you ever
Right.
made.
Right.
So, is it safe to say, being that we did talk about real estate clothes, one of those two are something that you would say you would invest more in?
I wish I would have spent every dollar I got on real estate.
Dang.
Man, there's some dudes I know making $4-5 million a month. You smell me? Like I know a couple dudes and they riding them with a little electric Toyota. Ain't even flash or nothing like that. So what I'm saying, like, I learned from these dudes. They count doors, they don't count money. They count doors, whether it's a storage unit, whether it's a barber chair, whether it's some suites, whether it's some apartments. The key to it is to get a mass amount of doors. Like my okay, this my first project right here that don't, well, not my first, but this the project that I'm able to get.
Mhm.
I got 33 suites in there at $500 a week. I got a lounge. I got a right at the end with my Maybach van at. I got a corner store, and I got 8 units at the top. I'm making $250,000 a month out here. You smell me?
Yes.
250,000 a month. Here go the wood and everything ready. You smell me? So what I'm saying is, right after this, I'm gonna go buy me 100 units, and they let me put a Family Dollar at the bottom, or Starbucks coffee, and a Subway. They let me put three of them at the bottom, and I'm gonna have a couple more retail places. right off that, I make $500,000 a month just off that for the rest of my life. My kids gonna get it. So 500 plus this 250, I'm gonna end up getting me an M out of these folks a month without rapping. You get what I'm saying? I don't ever gotta do a show in my life. You smell me? So that's what matter. Fuck all that. All these niggas keep buying all this jewelry. They want to keep up with the Jones. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't what it about. You see all my people over here right now. Everybody over here. All these people, these my people. You smell me? So like that's important. Like to be able to provide jobs. You gotta be able to provide jobs. You telling a nigga not to go sell no dope. You telling a kid not to go sell no dope. He wants some joints this week. Or his girl needs some bill money. Or he trying to pay for her boys. Whatever he got going on. How you gonna tell a person looking at your girl and telling her, baby, you need to go get your hair did, but you ain't trying to help her get her hair did. You smell what
Right.
I'm saying?
So
So
the music for you really is just for therapy. It really is just for you
that's what
to
therapy. If
vent.
I can make
Like
some
there ain't
money
no other
off of it,
reason.
I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah.
If I can make some money off of it, I'm happy. But all my money go right into my community, my people. I don't feel like the job ain't complete until I'm able to, you know, be able to provide jobs and housing for my people. That's just me. You know
That's
what I mean?
good.
My mama always begged for a job, tried to get
Mm-hmm.
jobs, convicted felons coming out of prison saying they can't get a job, they ain't got nowhere to go, they ain't got nowhere to sleep. And I'm here to fix that problem.
That's good. Giving back. I love that. I love that. And I pray that you continue. Is that area where you're at right now and you have your property, is that where you grew up or is that
Yeah.
near where you grew up?
My grandma stayed right here. I mean, stayed right down the street in this house for
Oh
40 years.
wow.
When my grandma used to give me $100 every year when she used to claim me for her taxes, it was right down that block right here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You are in your 30s. You've lived one hell of a life already so far, and you
Correct.
got much more ahead of you, right? So, what are some things that you are looking forward to that you haven't done already?
I just want to travel. I want to travel the earth with my girl. I
What's
want
one
to
place at the top of your list?
Mecca. I
Oh,
want to go make my Hajj. I'm a one.
and then after that, where you going?
After that, I want to go to Dubai.
Oh,
I want to go see what they got going on. They brag about it a lot. I'm trying to go check the temperature.
make sure you try that chocolate too. That viral chocolate on TikTok, and they got the green stuff in it.
I'm gonna try everything over there.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So yeah, no, that is so good. I love that. Now Atlanta is home, right? Is there any other city that you would think about moving to or that comes close?
Miami.
Hmm. Okay.
I have a lot of fun in Miami. I think somewhere in Florida I would like to have me a house at, but that shit too expensive for me for real.
I feel it. You get you a
I,
little
I don't
condo.
I don't want that hell now. I can't use the same template that I got over here.
Hmm.
What I'm trying to do is use my template in every city that I possibly could. I really believe that what Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, and all those different brothers, I believe what they did for the black community was amazing. So I'm just hoping that when I complete this mission over here, I can go to other states and cities and try to do the same thing.
And you
You know,
definitely can.
teaming up with other leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like making alliances with other leaders because it's important, man. Like everybody waiting on like 501c3 to get funded by the government.
Hmm.
I ain't for that type of shit. You smell me? If they give me some, I'm grateful. If they don't, I ain't finna sit around and wait, man. That ain't some shit I'm finna do. And I really believe in working.
Yeah, I love that. I love the part where you're talking about connecting with other people because when people let a gatekeep when they get somewhere, or you just be like, okay, this is mine, this is my little group, this is my little project. I'm not sharing it with nobody. Whereas you can.
That's why we losing right now. Cause if if all these different artists if they teamed up with me, cause a lot of them niggas got way more money than me, and they from Atlanta. They from here. They came from these same hoods that we went to the same schools and stuff. So like, bro, if we all got together, like, and went on a mission instead of goddamn trying to hate each other and bring each other down, like niggas, all these different crews done spilt blood, and once they spill blood, they don't even know how to forgive each other. You smell me?
Mhm.
So like. it's just so evil. You know what I'm saying, bro? Sometimes I be feel like I'm the only one that won't goddamn right out of it. You smell me? Cause they could do the same thing. That's what I'm like. Say, where you been?
So y'all can come together for a track, and y'all can get on a track with each other, but y'all can't put some
Get on the
money in.
same
Yeah,
track.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that. You kind of touched on that a little bit in this one song where you actually mentioned young Scooter who just recently passed away. You said like you'll never speak ill of him. Were you guys able to make amends before he passed away?
Negative, not at all.
Okay.
And I couldn't got down. I could barely breathe at that funeral due to that fact.
Now, on a lighter note, what has been motivating you lately?
What have been motivating me? The comments. You know,
Ah,
I think it might be 100 people against me, but if I get me 5 good comments,
yeah.
I feel like I'm doing something right. You smell me? Like I like that people can see what I think they couldn't see. Like behind closed door, like if I go feed the homeless, everybody happy. Like he just showed he feed the homeless.
Hmm.
Motherfucker, do you know I take care of 30 people over here every single day? You smell me? Do you know I got a water bills out this world? I got 5, 6 water bills. I got 10 light bills. I got some car notes. Like I got so many different mortgages. Like my overhead is insane. So when
Yeah.
people see that and know that I ain't have to do that, I ain't need number one house for me. You smell me?
Yeah.
I ain't need number one car for me. I ain't need number one plate for me. You smell me? So like when people know that, Ralo said, okay, he ain't go spend $150 on a dinner for himself. He rather went to a cheaper restaurant and got $300 worth of food for all of us to eat. You smell me? I can easily get on TikTok and show me eating out in the
Right.
biggest restaurants every single day of my life. But I prefer to go with my men. I prefer to make sure they eat. You smell me?
A good heart goes a long way for sure.
I want to die like that though.
Oh, hey, and you will. A long time from now, though.
I hope so.
That is true. Now, what is one thing that people wouldn't expect you to be into outside of music, outside of real estate? What's
I
one
like
thing?
playing, I like playing kickball.
Are you any good?
Now I'm all right, but I just like playing. It's just fun.
Yeah. No, that's funny. That's cool. I would never guess that.
My girl put me on to that, and I just fell in love with it.
Oh, so y'all be playing against each other.
Never.
Well, we thank you, Tula. You got any more questions for him?
Now, I just want to say, getting on this interview, I was thinking, it'd just mostly be about music, but I did research you some a little bit more than what I knew before, and you're exactly what I read about you. You are very genuine, and all the things that you're trying to do, I just applaud you for it. I don't know if everybody's giving you your flowers, but we definitely want to give you your flowers because the mentality you have and the words you spoke today, if the youth or anybody that's in your position were to listen to this, I think they'll feel inspired and led, and I hope that more people take up the burden that you are to help others and build the community out. And just want to salute you, man.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, we thank you so much. And one thing I will say is that I think people, flock to you and notice you because you're so authentic. You're genuinely you, and like I said, your big heart will go a long way.
I hope it do.
It will. Well, thank you so much.
All right, you
Thank you.
too.